Howdy guys, welcome to the video for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. My name is Ventus SG, and in this FF7 Rebirth build video, I'm going to show you an incredibly powerful team build that destroys, especially in battles against multiple enemies. This build uses Aerith as the ultimate destructive spellcaster, with Cloud and Barrett playing paladin and tank as support roles. The idea behind this build is to be able to start any fight, go first, and hit with powerful magic, using Aerith with Cloud and Barrett using their turns to protect Aerith and to make her stronger, using Empowerment to cast Faith, and Fortification and Barrier to add multiple layers of defense. And if a fight should last longer than a few seconds, the next stage would be making the enemies weaker to Aerith, debraving everything and using things like Slow, Sleep, Silence to make the fight a little bit easier. Casting Regen ahead of time on Aerith would be a good idea for what could be a longer battle, and Re-Arise as well. For summon, I usually keep Aerith with Phoenix just in case the need arises, but more than likely Bahamut or Odin will be more than enough additional damage. Utilizing Aerith's ward shift at the start of a fight using her early ATB charges would be a smart idea as well. Radiant Ward coupled with Lustrous Shield, Chrono Aegis, or Arcane Ward. Alright, so let's start off on Cloud first. The weapon I've got on him is the Igneous Saber, and the armor is the Valkyrian Bangle, and he's going to be using the Whistlewind Scarf. Now this is going to be a sort of paladin build for Cloud. He is just here to make sure that Aerith is okay, and make sure that she's strong, and make sure that other things are weak to her. Alright, so for the materia that we've got on him, we've got Disempowerment, Fire materia if he does need to fight a little bit. We've got HP up, MP up, Healing materia, Empowerment materia, Revival materia, Ice materia, ATB stagger, First strike, Speed up, and Strength up materia. For his weapon upgrades, we've got enemy parts damage up, magic attack power plus 20, and then limit gauge stagger. Now, what's really important here for Cloud is that he has that first strike materia, so he gets to go first along with Aerith. Also ATB stagger, so whenever he does stagger a foe, he does get some of that ATB back. And then this one is super important for him as well, Empowerment. Use Bravery and Faith. So I like to use use Faith rather on Aerith, so she gets extra magical strength, extra magical power whenever she starts doing her attacks. And then Disempowerment materia, use D-Brave, use D-Faith. So if I am fighting something that doesn't die within the first 10 seconds of the fight, I'll use D-Faith on them so they will take more magical damage. Alright, next we're taking a look at Barrett, and he's going to be sort of a tank in this role. This is actually the idea that I have for him as a tank. I don't know if it actually works that well, but we've got the Gatling gun on him, and we've got Celestial Bangle, and we've got the Hermes shoes. Hermes shoes, a pair of comfortable shoes that singularly use one of both physical and mental burdens. It basically just grants haste at the start of battle. He just keeps haste. Alright, so for his materia, we've got Binding materia, gives Sleep, Silence, and Berserk. We've got Ice materia, so he can attack. We've got Magic Focus materia, increase the potency and duration of spells, and that's going to be attached with Barrier materia because that sort of fits the whole tank thing, giving protections. We've got Healing materia as well, and we've got Fortification, use Protect, use Shell. Again, that's again with the whole tank thing. And then we've got Poison and Petrify, use Bio and Quake. I'm still trying to level that one up to make it as powerful as possible. Then I'll probably move that up to probably Aerith if I do change the build a little bit, but Poison and Petrify is a really good spell to have. Spirit up materia, Precision Defense Focus materia, Provoke materia, that's the most important thing. Whenever you see it'll pop up, it'll say Barrett has, or whoever you have this materia on, it'll say it has attracted the enemy's attention, and that's exactly what I want this for Barrett. He is the tank, he is the tankiest. And then we've got HP up materia so he can have more HP. For his weapon upgrades, max HP plus 200, magic attack power plus 20, and then ATB charge rate up. Alright, so let's take a look at Aerith now. The weapon I have her with is going to be the Timeless Rod. This is going to be the strongest weapon that she has that has the most materia slots. I think her strongest weapon at this current time is probably going to be the Ceremonial Staff with 147 on the magic attack, but those materia slots are kind of bad, so we go with the Timeless Rod, 160 on the magical attack, and she has the most materia slots there. Alright, so we've got the Yggdrasil Armlet, and then we're going to go with the Choco King's Cape. Choco King's Cape fills one ATB charge at the start of battle. For the materia we've got with her, we're going to go Swift Cast with Petrify Materia. Petrify Materia is one of the most powerful attack magic spells in the game, especially if the enemy that you're fighting is not strong against this magic. If the enemy that you're fighting is strong against this magic, then you probably have to switch this off and use something else, fire, ice. I mean, it works pretty much with any attack magic spell, but for the most part right now, this is pretty powerful because there are not that many things that you're going to fight in the game that are going to be weak to Quake, and it's honestly a cheat code. So we've got Swift Cast and then Petrify, then we've got Magnify Materia, again with Petrify. So that's going to be 2 copies of Petrify that are maxed out, 1 to magnify it so it attacks all enemies at the same time with Quake, and then you can cast Quake 3 as quickly as possible. Then we've got Healing Materia because I think that every character should have Healing Materia on it. Then we've got Magnify Materia and Ice because Ice is probably the second most common materia or attack materia that does the most damage to most enemies that you're going to fight. And again, if you're going to fight something that is, you know, strong against ice or something that is weak against fire or lightning, then go ahead and switch that out. We've got MP up materia, magic up materia. That's the most important one there too. So she does more magic damage. We've got ATB stagger, and then of course first strike materia, so she gets to go first. First strike materia coupled with Choco King's cape means that she has 2 fully charged ATB bars at the beginning of the match. For her weapon upgrades, we've got MP recovery rate up, altruistic recovery plus 10%, increase HP recovery by 10% when healing party members, and then fire damage up, which, you know, I could probably change that to ice damage up, honestly. But yeah, that's going to be the build for Aerith. Try this build out and let me know what you think down in the comments. If you have any changes to make this build a bit better, please be sure to let us know. Or if you use a similar build, I'd love to hear what you've come up with. My name is Ventus, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.